Week 2, update time. Ubiest of the tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you, and I ain't 50 plus. And so we're starting week 2 of our first trainee. And how's it going? What do you think?
So far, so good. Been a quiet day, but we got here bright and early, didn't we?
Is it?
Had a bit of an adventure.
Yeah. So, what about last week? How do you think that went? Did you think you learned anything?
A thing or three. I could say that I learned some stuff. Realistically, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
The backing practice, the driving practice. I know where the back of my trailer is now.
There you go.
Oh, I know where the back of my trailer is now.
Yeah. And you know we'll keep drilling at it. This week, you guys keep watching, because this week we're gonna do some backing maneuvers, and we'll make a backing video, and we'll do some aerial shots and all that good stuff. So definitely want to watch for the next video here within the next day or two.
Don't judge me too harshly.
You know, I mean, you've been doing pretty good, you know. So that's not a issue. Because we got like the Melton wants us to have, in the 3 weeks they're out, a minimum of 10 backs. I think you got 10 in like 3 days or something.
Yeah,
like
we're on like 18 or 19
yeah.
now. We did that one this morning at the site.
That's right. And you still have all of this week and all of next week. So you'll probably end up with somewhere around 50, 60 backs. You know, and I can tell you that's going to be a whole hell of a lot more than anybody else in your class. I bet that. But we know, of course, we run in regional. And so, you know, we do a whole lot of not just straight driving, you know. When you OTR, man, I mean, you're driving up the highway, you know, you're the interstate. You've done city driving, you know, quite a bit of it, you know, through Dallas and Houston and Austin. Actually, San Antonio.
I was going to say, I think San Antonio was actually the worst of them.
Yeah. Well, I think it was the time. Oh, and that one had the accident on it.
San Antonio had the accident and the traffic going down to one lane and the completely shut down highway.
And so how many cities in the states of these Uniteds have construction going on?
All of them.
There you go.
Every single one.
There you go. I'm glad you got that understanding.
Yeah.
You will. I don't care. You're gonna run into some construction. There's no way you're gonna be able to drive one day in a truck and not hit traffic. It's just, construction. That's just what it is. So we learn to deal with it, right?
Exactly.
That's it.
I don't complain about it anymore. It's just
that's right.
It is what it is.
That's it, man.
I complain about it a little when it gets really bad, but
yeah, but you can still deal with it.
It's more like a grumble than outright.
All right. So this week we're going to work on of course, properly securing a little, you know, picking up the pace a little bit. The more time we spend securing and tarping, it takes away from the part of it that actually makes you the real money, which is driving. And you know, you want to be on time. Okay, so when I first got started, just so you know, it might take me, I don't know, maybe an hour to secure and probably another 2.5 hours to tarp a load. And you know, you have to get comfortable with crawling around on top of the product, okay? And so far, you know, we've who was at the yard, we had a tarping station, you know, so, and then nice. Right, yeah, you know, everybody gets I say everybody, but I get a lot of people subscribers, you guys, that asked me about what worries you about coming to do flatbed is the securing and the tarping.
It's not that bad.
It's not. It's not. And I tell y'all that all the time. Guys like to say that it is. They can say, "Oh man, it's hard work. You got to be willing to work to come out here." Man, shit, this is not hard work. This is not hard. You have to work smart. Now, you can make it hard as you want, but at the end of the day, it's not, man. And most of these shippers, they're gonna either have a forklift with a boom arm to help drag the tarps on top, or they'll have a tarping station, or at the very least, like remember when we just went to we didn't have to tarp the load, but remember we pulled up next to the leveled stairs that we could walk on, and you were level with the product.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yes, I mean they make it right for you. It's not what guys like to make it out to be. Okay, you guys can do it. Every last one of you can. And
there is work involved, but it's not any work that you can't do.
Yes, that's right. And we're gonna wear our trusty GoPros, and we're gonna do some tarping, and try to get you guys, as I do with my students. I want you guys to put yourself in this seat and see what he's going through as a student.
To ride along with me.
And so you guys understand, it's not, man. This is not bad. And a lot of what you guys, I know that there are some trainers, some mentors out there that are straight assholes, but at the end of the day, I don't believe you're gonna get that here with Melton. They don't have near as many, of course, and so they're vetted pretty good, and so you're gonna get some similar experience when you get with your trainer.
The trainers are all volunteers too, so they're people who want to train.
Yeah, you volunteer, and then they go through I was wondering why it was taking them so long to get back with me. I said I wanted to go ahead and do it, and it was like a month before she got back with me. And I was going, I was starting to get a little piffy. The hell. But what I didn't understand what was going on behind the scenes, they're going to get with your driver manager. They're going to check your track record for your delivery, your safety record. There's a lot involved, and then there's more than one person that makes that decision, and they want to make sure. And this is each and every a candidate for to be a trainer. And then you go to the class, and the class was a week long. I remember when I was at Swift, man, I did about 6 hours of online shit, pass some tests, and then boom, here's a student. It ain't like that here. That is a for sure. So you guys can come along and more likely than not, you're going to get a pretty good trainer. Okay.
The people who are trainers at Melton want to train.
Yeah. And you guys are going to see. I have a curriculum over there. I was just looking through it, and some of the stuff that he won't experience, like mountain driving and stuff like that, when his video's done, he and I are gonna spend some time yapping about it and make sure that he actually has a grasp of it. And plus, I'll always be phone call away whenever things happen. We don't do mountainous driving in Texas or Oklahoma, so that's not going to happen. But we'll discuss it, and I'll kind of give you a good grasp of what it's going to be. It's not near as bad. Plus, whenever you get ready to go through it, it won't be in the winter. So he's not going to be going mountainous driving in the snow. So by the time you get ready to go through mountainous driving, the weather will be good for you, and you'll get used to using the downshifting. This is an automated transmission, but it has manual mode. You can just put the thing in manual, just like downshifting.
Yeah, just click the button and
it's just don't have a clutch. It has a clutch, but you're not pushing it. There's a little helper monkey under there, and every time it switches gear, the little helper monkey just pushes in the clutch and shifts the gear. Goes the clutch for you. That's it. But it is a manual transmission with the helper monkey. That's what it is. Okay, and so you're just going to tell the helper monkey to push to put this in a manual gear, which is they're gonna manually downshift it, and it will stay in that gear until you tell the monkey to switch it. And that's how you're gonna do that on downgrades. Okay, so we'll work on that, and it's not really a downgrade, but I'll show you how to work the manual portion of this transmission.
I'm certain it's not difficult to figure out.
That is absolutely not difficult to do. Absolutely
It's like
not.
pushing a button and pulling a lever.
That's it, man. That's it. And then we get to watch this guy take our fender with him down the road.
No, looks like you got it.
So, outside of the actual driving experience, how's it been so far?
Oh,
As a student, as a trainee, how's it been on here with good old me?
it's been a spicy journey.
You like that?
Been a spicy journey. In case you're wondering, he cooks a lot, and most of it is pretty spicy. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I can cook without it being extra spicy. I like spicy foods, and just so happens that you do as well. So I'll make spicy foods. But if you ever it starts working.
No,
on
he's
your
making
tummy.
it spicy because I'm asking him to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, give it to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The journey has actually been a lot of fun so far. I would actually classify it as fun specifically because it's a new experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new style of learning. I've never really had the opportunity to learn at a level of on the job that involves me operating something this large while I'm learning. But it's a positive experience, and the training has actually been pretty fantastic. You did a pretty good job. You did a pretty good job so far.
I'm glad to hear that. That's my goal, is to make sure that you have what you need when you get off the truck, and that you don't all the way hate me when you're done.
I am willing to bet that by the time you're finished with me, I'll be ready for my upgrade and I'll be good to go.
The food's good, right?
Food's good, training's good. Bunk's really not uncomfortable, actually.
No.
Like I'm consistently getting good sleep up there. Like I was kind of worried about that, actually.
Yeah. We don't. The trainees that they don't ride back there while the mentor drives, like a team situation. It does, he does 99% of the driving, and then I sit over there and we yap and talk, and
occasionally sneaks in questions about how to drive or how I might react to a certain situation.
Yeah, that's it. And so I don't want you guys to be concerned about this phase. You're gonna get you're gonna get your feet wet a little bit while you're in the school, getting your CDL. And once you get that CDL, you'll come over here with no experience really, other than the little bit of driving that you got when you're in school. and we're gonna make it easy for you.
And it really is a mentor situation. You're not even really just a trainer. You're a mentor. You're helping people to get better. Your goal is not to weed people out. Your goal is to help them understand everything they need to do in order to be successful drivers themselves.
Right.
It's not a question of, this isn't team tryouts.
Right.
If you've made it this far, the company's already invested enough in you to make certain that you are
successful.
To make sure you are successful. The company wants you to be a part of it. That's why they have a good training program.
Right. And so, it's just not going to be hard for you. You guys are going to see some other things during the week. I know we're definitely going to focus on backing into parking spots. Other than that, backing at customers and things like that, I'm not all that concerned with. I know you can do that, but it's just that at truck stops, sometimes you just you're not going to get there in time. We would always look for like 2. Like last night, we parked about 8 o'clock or something, and it was between a truck and a truck and trailer on one side, and then an empty spot, and then a trailer with no tractor on the other side.
He's underselling it a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a reefer parked way too close to the line on one side, and an over dimension load parked on the other. It was a giant piece of flat steel.
Right. So I did that back, of course. But
he did that particular back. So I was like, I don't know. And by the time he was done, points where you had 2 or 3 inches on each side, but you did it.
Yeah. The day is gonna come when you'll be able to thread that needle as well. But that's not my choice. I can do it, but I don't want to, and I don't put myself in a situation where I need to. We're going to park early enough, or we'll look for a spot, where there's 2 empties side by side, so that you can back in there. Because not all the time you're going to be. We did not have the load to get sharp. Our load was tall, okay, and it was roof trusses, and they can be tipsy when we had them ratcheted down and strapped in layers, but you just don't want to put things in a bind that may cause a trailer to have an issue, or cause that load to shift, and trying to push it between 2 vehicles. We can avoid that. That's what we're going to do. Okay, and that would mean sometimes shutting down earlier, which we talked about that. Yeah. So
some days you might have to make a decision on whether or not you want to try to push that extra 75 or 100 miles, or if you want to call a little bit early, make certain you can have a place to stop and get early, start the next day.
Yeah, you can always find parking, invent parking, that sort of thing, but avoid that with proper trip planning, and you won't have those issues. We definitely want to look, number one, for a pull through that's safe. We've done that, and we've backed in the spots where there's 2 lanes. We've done that, and so this week we're gonna focus really hard on
single lane.
Picking a lane, the lane we want, set up for that lane, and getting. Well, actually, we did that at the yard when we was parking at Houston at the when we was dropping me out to the.
Oh, that's right. You did have me do that.
Yes. We're gonna.
I almost forgot about that one.
Yeah, we're gonna. That's why that one is where I want to sharpen that one up, and I want you to be able to, pull down this lane and pick one of those lanes and hit it. I don't want you to, because it's a truck on each side, but I want you to know that you can do that, and so that's what we're going to work on this week.
And that's what we're going to learn.
That's it.
By the end of this week, there'll be some video of me actually not sucking.
There you go. All right. Hope you guys picked up a little bit, and don't forget, look later on this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, but the next upload should be some good backing conversation. Till then, deliver undistracted. And here's your boop. Boop.